So, can we talk? Hey, so it's been 7, 8 years since the last time I did this, which is a long time. I think it was 2018. Yeah, I think it was 2018. It's been a while, huh? I have to find the art that I did back then. Oh, that's got to be somewhere. I don't know where that is. Yeah, so I was actually planning on doing this for a completely different reason, and that's still going to be the primary thing that I want to talk about. But there's now a second thing that I'm going to talk about as well. If you've never heard this weird, dumb solo podcast that I do, not that I do, I haven't done it in nearly a decade. But yeah, this is just I need a place to ramble type thing. So yeah, it's not some structured, like, well-produced thing. I will have some music in the background, and that is about it. Yeah, so the channel, after almost 11 years, hit 1,000 subscribers last night while I was asleep. I woke up to it today. That's a weird number. It's like, if you think about it in terms of the YouTuber, 1,000 is nothing. Like, 1,000 opens the ability to apply for monetization if you have all the other criteria met. Like, 1,000 is not a number that people, like, it's not a number that people typically are like, oh, that's a big channel, you know? Well, put 1,000 people in a fucking room. That's like my entire high school. Like, that's a lot of people. When you stop thinking of the subscriber count or view count or whatever on something on the internet, and you think of the actual human on the other side, 1,000 people is an incredible amount. I never expected to have more than, like, I guess 2, maybe 3, like a couple of my friends, maybe, inconsistently even. And yeah, the channel isn't, like, doing numbers, but I don't care. I've been doing this for nearly 11 years. This is just part of, like, my routine at this point. A third of my life almost has been making this channel and doing stuff on it. Like, if I go to the channel right now, there's how many videos are on the channel? There's oh god, I need to actually go to the channel. I can't just go to the back end. Hush. Don't. Okay, so there's 4.4 thousand videos according to the thing. 4,401 videos as of right now looking at it on the channel. The first video publicly is from September 20th, 2014. So, that's how many days? Let me ask a wolf from Alpha. Okay, so it has been 3,892 days since the day I published the first video on this channel, which means that I have, on average, put up more than one video a day over 10 years. that's that's a lot, you know? Like that's a lot of videos, and that's a lot of people. And it's been a long time. And I don't know. Recently, the last, I'd say, year and a half, 2 years, maybe a little bit, maybe a couple months longer than that. It's not that I fell out of love doing it, because I do go in and out of, like, you know, being really into doing it and being not. And sometimes I enjoy streaming more, and sometimes I enjoy doing pre-recorded stuff more. And, you know, I go back and forth in my wants as someone with severe ADHD, just looking for the next bit of dopamine is usually does. But I kind of really just fell out of love with doing this. Like, it went from a hobby that I enjoyed to just a routine. It felt like a chore that I do every day. Like, not something to do for enjoyment. Not something to do for, you know, because I wanted to, because I felt like it was just something, well, I've done it this long, I have to keep doing it. It's just part of my routine now. It's part of my routine. I find something, I play a game, I record it, I do light editing or whatever, or sometimes more with like Zenith and in the Wanderstop videos, but I don't, like, I do that, and then I put a video up, it goes up on the Patreon, 1 or 2 people watch it there, which I want to talk about that too. And then it eventually goes out publicly, and then I just move on, and I just do that every day. That has been my routine for a decade. And the whole thing that I was planning on originally doing this was about that, not about hitting 1,000 subscribers, because I hadn't looked at the subscriber count in probably 6 months, 8 months, sometime last year. Like, I think like last summer was the last time. Like, I set my default. I use multiple browsers for different things. I have my normal browser, and then I have the channel browser where I handle all my channel shit from. And like, my default on the channel browser goes directly to the like back end for just all of the videos. I never see the like dashboard that shows subscriber count and most recent view counts and stuff like that. I never see that. I haven't looked at that in forever. I actually only found out that we hit 1,000 because of a kind commenter. I woke up to a comment saying, "Congrats on 1,000 subscribers," and I was like, "What do you mean?" Last I had looked, it was in like the upper 700s, low 800s, I think. It was not something that I had thought about or really was pressing to me at all. I was happy just, you know, with the little community that we had on Discord. Like, my friends now. A lot of people have come in there, and there's, you know, it's not that many people. It's still only, I think, 50 to 60 people in the Discord, and there's like less than 10 who are active in the Discord, but they're my friends now. We've known each other for 7, 8, 9, 10 years at this point. And yeah, I was content. I wasn't like, you know, making videos because I had like the drive to make videos. I was doing it because it was a routine, but I was content with where things were at. I had stopped the chase. I had stopped caring about all that. I was just doing it because I wanted to. Because it was just a thing I was used to doing. And something that you may or may not know about me, I have been from the time of its inception, fan of Giant Bomb. Through all of its eras, through all of its ups and downs, through all of its different people coming in and out, and departures, and everything else that has happened with that site. Like, I was watching Ryan Davis and Jeff Gersman in 2004 on Video Game Spot and GameSpot and stuff, like when they started appearing in videos. Like first reading their reviews and stuff, and eventually when they started showing up in videos and stuff. And when Gersman got fired, I followed him from GameSpot to, at the time, there was a brief arrow pointing down, which is what became Giant Bomb. But, like, I've followed through everything. And Giant Bomb almost died a couple weeks ago. Actually, as of a week ago recording this, in about 20 minutes, it will be exactly 1 week since the announcement. Fandom, Giant Bomb's been owned by a bunch of corporate owners and stuff, and the most recent one was Fandom, and Fandom killed them almost. A lot of stuff happened. There's plenty of information on that. You can find it if you want to. But they went independent instead. They were able to acquire Giant Bomb, the website, the channels, everything, from a major corporation, and now the 5 people who are currently making Giant Bomb, they're not the people who founded Giant Bomb, and hell, most of them have only worked there for about half of Giant Bomb's life, but they're still Giant Bomb, and I still love Giant Bomb, and I love the stuff they're doing, and now those 5 people own Giant Bomb, and everything that goes into Giant Bomb goes directly to the people making it. There's no longer corporate ownership there. And with that, with like the near death of Giant Bomb and the sale and gutting of Polygon, which the Polygon stuff is so poorly timed for me because I had just been shit-talking Polygon on a stream about 4 days before Polygon got gutted. And let me just say this. I may not have liked a lot of what Polygon did recently, and I still hate what happened to their video team years and years ago now. Like, they gutted that team. They gutted that fucking team. And the people there were still making videos, and I watched them every once in a while. Like, you know, they were still going on. But I had not paid attention to the website in a long time because it was... It felt bad when, you know, you go to what had been a really great video game website and it's 19 articles about Marvel movies or stuff like that. And, like, I get it. But I didn't ever want Polygon to die. I didn't want people to lose their jobs. I just hated what corporate bullshit was doing to Polygon and had done to Polygon. And so me shit-talking Polygon on the Claire Obscure stuff is going to look a lot worse because it'll all come out after Polygon's death. But that was all from before, and that does suck. Like, I do genuinely feel bad because there were still people doing good work at Polygon. I just never saw it because it was all fucking buried under the slop as well. And hey, guess what? The slop is what pays for the good shit. And all of this like journalism and games media being killed by corporate ownership made me realize that, like, we desperately need to support content that is good and we enjoy. And the best way to do that is for independent outlets like Aftermath, like Remap, like, oh god, there's so many. I can't even name them all. I will have a list in the description of all of the independent places, but like fucking No Clip, Stop Skeletons from Fighting, Nextlander, Jeff Gersman himself, now that he's been gone and independent, Video Games Chronicle, Eyepatch Wolf, like there are so, Hold Back to Block, People Make Games, MinMax, there are so many people doing really good work, and not just journalism work, but good entertainment, good just vibes, you know? Like, they're making good stuff, and it's good to watch, and it's people that deserve support, not corporations. And it's just one of those things where, like, I realized that we desperately need to stop assuming that everything is free. And we need to support these people. We need to support the things we enjoy directly as much as we possibly can. Because corporations aren't. All the money from My Giant Bomb premium subscriptions over 17 goddamn years of being a premium member, those went into CBSI's bank account. Those went into Red Ventures' bank account. Those went into Fandom's bank account. And the people making the content never saw that. In fact, a lot of the time, they were then laid off still. Like what happened with Jason A. Stryker and Jess O'Brien after Fandom bought them. Or when Gersman was fired. Or, you know, over and over and over. Bailey Meyers, like everybody who has been fucked over by this. All the people from Polygon who just gone. Like nearly 20 people lost their jobs. Those are humans. Those are people who got completely fucked over even though the company was making money. From all accounts, Polygon was in the black. They were fine. Were they making, you know, all of the money? No. But it wasn't enough money for a corporation. So, independent creators that you enjoy, support them. Do what you can to support them. This is not a call for you to give money to our channel. This is not, oh, I'm trying to convince you to go give money to Channel 47 or something. In fact, I'm not going to have a link to any way you can support this channel in the description of this podcast. Because while I do like what I do, and while I would love to be able to pay rent via this, I would love to make a minimum wage job's worth of money from this channel. I'm just hanging out. I'm just putting videos up on the internet. I'm not like them, you know? People that do this kind of stuff, they deserve to continue to do it. Math deserves to continue to do what they're doing. Video Games Chronicle deserves to continue what they're doing, because these things are desperately needed in a world where corporations are more and more buying and gutting these outlets and filling them with AI slop and hiring scabs to write shit articles that they just throw up onto the internet purely to get ad revenue from them for pennies. So support places like Giant Bomb, support Aftermath, Remap, Rewind, BGC. So many places need it desperately. And I'm doing the same. Basically, right now I have a portion of the Patreon set aside, and I am taking that and it's going into giving money to those places. It's not a ton of money or anything because I don't make a ton of money, but that's what I'm doing with it right now. I'm doing some for myself, obviously, because I still have to, contribute to our house in some way until I can find work. But I don't want these places to keep dying. I don't want more polygons to happen. And the more that can go independent, the better. And the longer that they can survive independently, the better. It's the only way to fucking beat the AI slop and the corporations. We've got to start being willing to pay for the things that people make. If we aren't, then we're fucked. So yeah, that's kind of what I was wanted to talk about originally before the house and subscriber thing. This whole topic was originally what this podcast was going to be about. And it was also going to be about the fact that Patreon increases or not, whatever, I'm going to keep doing this. And I'm going to put a lot more effort into it. And maybe I can earn that Patreon support. Maybe I can be one of those places that is worth giving a couple bucks a month to keep the lights on. And if I can get to that point, and people feel like I'm at that point, and they feel like they want to do that, I'll be very happy. But either way, I'm proud of this little thing that I've built over the last decade, with help, obviously. People have come and gone from this channel, even. Relationships have begun and ended on this channel. But, yeah. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing stuff. Hey, if I can make something that people feel is worth supporting, then cool. If I don't, that's fine too. Didn't mean to get super dour in what was supposed to be like a little celebratory thing, but again, this was the original topic that I had in mind, that I literally was going to record this yesterday, and instead just played a bunch of, like, what did I even play last night? I don't even remember what I did last night. Holy crap. Oh, I played Repo. I played Repo for like 4 hours in... Oh, you know what? No. Fuck it. I can talk about this. I played Repo for like 4 hours in a Discord that I'm in, and it was really fun. It was a bunch of strangers. It was really great. I had a really great time. There was a kid who was hanging with one of the people that was there. It was like his son, and his son was hilarious. He was like 6 or 7 years old, and he was one of the funniest children I have ever met. A hilarious kid. Spent like 3 or 4 hours just cracking up. Great time. Had a really good time last night. That's what I did instead of recording this like I was going to. So yeah. Anyway. Let's get to work. I'm gonna go start taking care of some stuff. South of Midnight is done. The only reason that I let that continue is because it was already streamed, uploaded, and scheduled. So at that point, I had already played the entire game publicly. But going forward until the BDS boycott is no longer going, there will be no Microsoft games on the channel. So no Doom, Dark Ages, the Oblivion remaster I did a video for, and then the day I did the video for it, I found out about the boycott. So I am holding that video. Let's just say I'm not positive in that video. I don't like Oblivion. There you go. You don't even need the video anymore. I think Oblivion was the worst choice they could have made. Morrowind deserves it. Oblivion is a trash game. There, I said it. The WoW stuff I'm not going to be doing, even though my 6-month sub charged literally 3 days before I knew about the boycott. So, yeah, that was fun. And since I had logged in since the 6-month sub charge, I can't be like, hey, I want a refund for it because I have since logged in. If I hadn't logged in, I could have probably gotten a refund, but I logged in and played like for 2 of those 3 days. So yeah, kind of screwed myself out of that one, but I also didn't know about the boycott. So, but yeah, no Microsoft stuff on the channel until then. So we'll be focusing on Play Obscure and Look Outside. For now, I need to get back to Alan Wake 2. And Sorry We're Closed as well. Just too many games have happened, too much has happened. So many things have happened, both personally, publicly, privately, and also in games. So much has happened in the last 6 months. Life has been a wild ride recently. But yeah, expect a marked uptick in indie bins as well. I've downloaded, how many demos did I download? Let's see, how many demos do we have going? I have 44 demos installed on Steam, and on itch, I have hunted down and installed 287 games. So there will be a lot more indie bins coming up. So expect that to be a big focus for a while. Otherwise, though, stuff that I can't talk about until after certain things happen. But I will say, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to risk that. I've been having a lot of fun recently. That's what I'll say. I had a lot of fun today. Like a lot of fun before recording this video. That's all I'm going to say about that. Otherwise, yeah. Yeah, like I said, let's get to work. Got a lot of shit to do. But that's not everybody. I'll see you.